Monkey Rubik against, I assume, Storm with the pull. So they have the option of like making moves on all the lanes.
he knows he's gonna go for the slight steal, right?
Oh,
yeah.
that's.
Oh, and he's gonna go get the double bounty or the double water rune. That is very smart by Carl. Let's see if he actually wins through this. With the flame guard pulling him back in, he's gonna be able to take out the. Oh, if he runs into the second remnant, it'll go away. Oh, we missed out on first blood as a result. But this fight is so fun.
Oh man. That was like a, what's the Eastwood movie? The Standoff?
Sumail keeps on going. They actually trade supports, but Sumail has racked up some serious stats. He's going to be able to get the double kill in this lane. So,
ah man, so good. If either player blinks, they probably get the kill, maybe straight up in the lane. But nobody did.
Yeah.
Bringing 23 Savage to the top lane. Looks like they no longer want to play out this bottom one with Sumail getting so big. They're going to try and run down Seb. Seb nicely positions himself to be able to get multiple stuns. They managed to hit him a couple times. He's still bleeding out on damage, but the dual breath didn't hit him, so they have to get a little bit more. Finally, they get the magic missile, and that'll finish him off.
That was just like
the game, it seems like all the OG cores are managing quite fine, and I think these kills bottom really bumped Sumail up.
Oh, hey, Saksa. It's me, Carl. I've got a double damage rune. Third kill for T1.
Would have preferred if they let about T1 finding an answer to.
Yeah, for sure. And I mean...
Oh, he's going to jump after him. TOPSON. He's got that remnant left. The damage through was not enough, and Carl got the last 1,000 net worth when the second highest is still TOPSON at 3. They're going to rotate in the Stormspear, though. Carl trying to look for a big win here in the top lane, and this pace is going to net them probably 2 kills here as both the supports on OG will fall.
Top's going to get controlled by OG of all the runes, man.
Here comes the response move.
Oh, Carl, he's not afraid even with TOPSON here. He says, okay, probably don't have chains. Not really in much danger here. TOPSON going to make use of that arcane rune to make sure he's going to survive here. Seb going to receive a helping hand here, a bit of a purge. Dealing with that Jakiro, which is going to be a constant problem for him. Zephyr is going to be run down by the Ember Spirit.
Player perspective, it's what Cap's looking at right here, his bottom lane.
Yeah, if your team plays the way OG does, you genuinely don't need a minimap as a carry player.
Yeah, those are called inside jokes, guys. You got to give
when there was a ward, and William was watching his parry perspective, thinking Sumail's going to back off here, and then Sumail didn't, and then William was like, Sumail, use your minimap, it's good. And then we all started naming him about
it. And then it's just set in stone. Carl's out of mana. Oh, well, actually, he does have 6 magic wand charges, so he's kind of baiting him in a little bit for one last jump away, and that jump is far enough. Sumail trying to catch him midway through. 23 Savage right in the middle of all of these heroes. Sumail not too afraid of him, as after, he's going to be at swap back. 2 seconds, he doesn't actually have his ult. Oh no, Sumail. Man, T1 realized they made a grave error. Seb is going to be able to get off a good ultimate though, and in return, 23 Savage has overextended himself and receive tips from OG.
That is unfortunate. I think 23 said it best. Sumail, a bit of a blunder there. I think he was trying to like catch the storm mid-zip almost, but as you said, the mana was enough to get him out. And then Savage just kind of returns the favor.
I think the storm went too far. Like I didn't expect him to be able to jump that far, so he must have had a soul ring that Sumail didn't see coming.
Yeah, between Soul Ring and I think it was 6 magic wand charges.
Yeah.
Whitemon almost dying there. TOPSON still playing the edges, looking for that last light. They are going to be able to get a nice overgrowth, lock him down with the Ice Path followed up. TOPSON's dead. Sumail may just fall again if they can somehow get in front of him. They've got to swap. Sumail's going to show. There it is. Swap back. Stunned while the Dark Pact is down. And T1 holding their ground, holding the line around.
It would have been a big play, you know? He didn't expect the soul ring. He gets that. We're talking about how sick of a play that is.
That's true. That's true.
This is what Dota comes down to. They sometimes tend to suffer.
Yeah. No, it's a really good point because like this game, there's no huge like strategical advantage or edge OG can lean on. They've just got to ball out. Like they just got to play Dota and hope the best.
They're going to pop out, but at the same time, T1 did smoke over, so this is going to be a full-out team fight where Carl, he's going to target down the Rubik first. They're going to be able to get on TOPSON as well. No root just yet. Slide into a chain out. They're going to be able to get away on him. The core survived. The supports will die.
It's so hard to play into Jakiro tree. Like you just see, you know,
react to what's happening. And I think as T1, you don't feel good because you're always playing the response game to the enemy team. You're not like if you notice, trolls in every engagement. Every time we move our camera somewhere, there's a troll there, and he's being poked, he's being harassed. But Carl is balling out of control. So, I mean, Carl's...
Very perfectly every single time.
Exactly.
And we haven't seen them slip up yet.
No, exactly. I think what T1's doing is like perfect. But OG also are aware of that. That he needs to keep going this way for now.
Yeah, and I love, you know, you even
Caught him.
Oh,
Whitemount quickly killed T1. Or actually, they stole Macropire on Soxa. That's a big pickup.
like earlier.
And swapping Monkey out of... Yeah,
and Aghanims doesn't give charges to the Slark. In addition, it's like 2 lives, right? So you can just be this frontliner that your team kind of needs, plus damage steroid for the troll.
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh, stolen Macropire. That's actually going to do enough damage to be able to quickly kill Carl. Great play from Soxa and Sumail.
I'm just here for the Dota cap. It's nice to watch good players at the best of their abilities.
Long jump over.
Out.
Seb going to be caught, but immediately there is going to be the purge coming out from No Tail, but they still can keep going. Duel going out, just trying to keep the storm in place, but it's going to be a duel that is actually not won, just ever so barely. Turns around, nice stun, but mana, okay, they don't want to chase any longer, and it's probably for the best.
Love Seb's builder. He had the Echo Saber queued up initially, but I think Mage Slayer, even as the offlaner, is just the right choice. It's something I love about OG is that they're always getting these items that are right for the game to help out the heroes that count. In this case, it'll be the Slark.
I'm interested to see how this Mage Slayer plays out.
Oh!
Nice jukes.
Jukes out of the Magic Missile. Thinking about pursuing here, especially with the Stormseer being chased away there a bit. He can come back to join this team fight perhaps, and they're going to be able to hit a nice 2-man stun. Cuckoo may be the first to die, but remember he's got that extra life. Throws out a Magic Missile, keeping Sumail back. T1 do a pretty good job. They do have BKB on the trolls, so they might be turning this. BKB, there it goes. Who's he going to target? They swap back in No Tail, which is who they want to be able to gun for. They finally get off the ultimate. And Sumail, he doesn't have any mana. They lock him down, finish him off. Nicely played by T1. 50 seconds, he's dead for T.
Counts as that extra item. And that means, you know, Sumail won't really be able to trade too well against 23.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, for OG, it's not about the carry killing the other carry. It's more about how can you kill out the supports.
Yeah.
I think both the supports of T1 have been doing a great job of knowing their limits and surviving on a sliver of health.
Oh, they managed to catch him, but there is going to be the defensive swap. 23 Savage is going in. He's going to try and deal with TOPSON first, but a stolen swap from Sox is going to be able to get him out, but the Overgrowth catching Sumail again while the Dark Pack was down. Cuckoo dies, but immediately comes back as a Spirit, catching Seb, swapping him out of his own ultimate and keeping him in place. 23 Savage is keeping the rest at bay, and his team can deal with leftover behind Seb and go straight for Roche.
They're going to have to try to split them up. They're going to have to force these heroes out of position and force like multiple initiations at once. They have the tools to do it. They just got to be able to like get the Ember going on one target, get the Slark in on another, because if they're all balling down on the same hero, it's just going to be swapped resets.
Yeah, one nice pick off. The BKB from TOPSON is caught by the Overgrowth from Zephyr. Still has decent amount of magic immunity time, but is it going to be enough to be able to get him out of this hell? As T1 surrounding him with so many heroes, and he's out of remnants. He is out of HP too. Double kill for Carl.
Yeah, I mean, I think they've weathered the storm, so to speak. Like, OG needed to take the fall and take the fall early. And there's still absolutely hope, but they gotta play these fights more.
23 Savage was very far forward, and OG looked to be able to potentially punish him. Not gonna be able to get the immediate duel. The swap from Sox is still stolen and still managed to get out No Tail. Pounds forward, Sumail does manage to get on top of the support, so there is gonna be Whitemon down. An important member of T1 to be able to stay alive in these team fights. A swap back in, managed to get the duel. 23 Savage gets the duel off. Sumail keeping him inside of the Wukong's command, where he will die there. OG finally managed to win a team fight, a big one at that, where they get 3, and Carl thought maybe they could turn around on a Seb, but Seb does have Sumail right behind him, so even if they do manage to kill this Monkey King, they may be losing both of them here as...
The stolen Venge stun, and I think Carl might be in trouble now as well.
Yeah, they're going to be able to catch both of them. They do manage to finish off Seb, which was what the original
zones off anything, but they really need the Venge to be present when they take the fights.
Dude, Sumail, he still's got some stats going, and he's not slowing down whatsoever. These pounces are staying on top of these supports. They cannot seem to get away. Swap back in, No Tail. Now he's in an awkward position. They're going to jump on a 23 Savage, turns around, pops a BKB before the stun can come in for the Monkey King, but again, he's going to retreat with that BKB. No, he's not. He's going to finish off Sumail. Turns around real quick, blows him up. does manage to get the swap back in, and 23 Savage heals up just a little bit. Can he finish off Zeb before and stay alive? He does. TOPSON's going to commit, trying to finish off 23 Savage, does get that one. With the BKB, might be able to get two here as Zephyr, just one slide away from dying, actually does die to Saksa. Chaining up two, TPing out, doesn't leave a remnant bomb.
On my end.
Indeed, and I will say I would also love, because we both play, oh hang on, TOPSON.
Hold up. Nice.
Not going to be able to get away. Maybe his Spirit can get out, as they do have the Train Protector on the way. Yeah, they're kind of realizing they're not going to go for the Spirit at all. In fact, if anything, they may be swapped back into Doom here. Seb, going to be silenced. Carl not fully committing to this one, though. They haven't seen the Slark just yet. Cuckoo, he's going to try and start backing away. TOPSON's looking for some of these heroes. Sumail pounces forward. He's going to go for Whitemon here. Starts stealing some of those stacks. Tries to stake on top of him and should be able to get that kill on the right-hand side. TOPSON does catch the other support at the same time. That's going to be Zephyr. But at the same time, Sumail has to be careful here, especially with the Cuckoo. His Spirit is going to get burned out, but he could buy back if he wants to and rejoin this fight as a full-out hero. No longer the case. No longer an option. T1 will retreat, giving this fight to OG.
That's what happens.
Oh, we got it!
Does manage to get the pounds. The team is coming in, but it's too late. Carl's already dead. Double damage of Sumail made short work of Carl and OG. They could just keep going. We certainly are going to be looking for somebody here. Zephyr not spotted, it seems.
Carl has buyback though. Would not be surprised to see him use it.
Yeah, considering how aggressively T1 is positioned, even though they're missing their mid laner, Seb, he sees this. He's spotting some heroes right now. Swap back into the ice path. That's a good hold, but he did not manage to get it in. Snare out. The troll did not get lucky, and Cuckoo will die for what he thought was going to be an Ember Spirit kill. Pounds through the Spirit. Doesn't actually latch on top of him. And that is going to be the Spirit being...
So, and then make a play based off that.
Oh, grabs the double damage and managed to get the pounce. Then it's going to force out the swap from Cuckoo and probably get him killed as he's pulled back in by the telekinesis. His Spirit will manage to get out at least.
No buyback though.
Yeah.
However, yeah.
Here, unless he wants to make a real gun at it and go for a long, long zip. Keeping the vision inside. Sumail's double damage is going to wear out. Storm's going to start TPing onto the outpost. TOPSON is in. TOPSON's going straight up for those supports. Sumail, not sure where he's gone into, but 23 Savage is a little bit isolated here. Cuckoo's trying to keep pace to make sure he can swap back 23 Savage to get him away from Sumail, while Seb is scaring back the rest of these heroes. TOPSON's going to be able to finish off Zephyr. That's going to be first. 23 Savage looks at Seb. Carl commits with the Aghanim Scepter, pulling them both in, but inside of that Monkey King ultimate, they don't feel great. Again, the stolen swaps coming out from Saksa is going to be able to keep his cores feeling good and feeling aggressive. As the telekinesis tossed back, chained up together. Toss, duel, going out, no tail. They turn around quickly, kill him, winner, and Carl gets away before Sumail can hunt him down, but Sumail doesn't kill. He's going to be able to go for the supports and may still be able to catch Carl. Carl, no mana. Sumail bounced on top of him. They catch him. 4 dead on the side of T1. And
he has like 5 different jumps, so eventually he'll find them. There are only so many spots that they could be hiding in.
He also
and the 25 talent, right?
Yeah, he talented totally for Searing Chains as well. So you're just going to see him zipping back and forth, spamming chains.
Here we go.
Cuckoo did still manage to get the swap, but 23 Savage can't hit him right now. Sumail, his ultimate was used, still has the Depth Shroud. They're going to turn around and start doing some damage with a pull in onto Carl. They do something to Sumail, but he's going to be popping his BKB. 23 Savage responds in kind here. Cuckoo's going to fall, Spirit form now.
Huge root.
They do manage to get the nice lockdown. Macro Fire going out. The Ice Path can actually lock down, but TOPSON Refresher. BKB still potentially up. Chase for Carl doesn't actually quite get him. Meanwhile, 23 Savage is just being kited around and ripped apart by the rest of OG. Now with no carry, T1, they're very likely going to be dying here unless Carl could do something magical by himself, but he just doesn't have it in. Definitely putting up a much better fight, but you gotta think back to that moment. 23 Savage just